Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Not Even Lightwork 2332. I know I haven't been here in a while, but I come today with a twin flame update via a pick a card reading, okay? Because I know there's so many of us going through different things at this time with our, our significant others in different parts of the journey, us in different parts of our life purpose journey. I wanted to reach as many of you as possible, okay? So for pile number 1, we have Diopside. And I get a lot of heart chakra. This is green. I don't know if you can see. It's kind of cloudy here today. So Diopside is all about heart healing. It's a green stone. It's the heart chakra. Okay, so that's pile number 1. Pile number 2 is black tourmaline. It's a grounding stone. It's a protective stone. It's not a good stone to carry on you unless you have another stone like a citrine or a lighter, because it can be harsh on your energy, but it's very protective and it's very grounding. This is number 2. And pile number 3, we have a piece of selenite, which again is very purifying stone. You don't need to actually clear the stone, just like the black tourmaline. You can wear it on you. You can put it on your windowsill. Very, very protective and really important stone to have on this journey. So I definitely recommend you having it. And you don't have to clear it with sage, which is cool, right? Just like citrine. So again, I'm doing this reading in the name of unconditional love. Go ahead and pick 1, 2, or 3. And I'm going to get started here because there's a lot of cards. So let's see what time it is here. 1:44 for pile number 1. Okay, so pile number 1, definitely some heart healing, heart chakra activations, or maybe some purging involved for you guys in the last few weeks. Let's see what the cards have here. And there are quite a few cards here. Oh, wow, guys. Beautiful. I love it. Oh, wow, great. I just got chills. This is great, guys. I love it. So beautiful. Okay, so. Okay. Yeah, so if you have been going through, and I'm getting chills as I say this, if you have been going through like heavy heart activations, purging, the good thing is you got the 10 of Wands, which means that there's a resolve here, right? There's also, this is a Saturn card. It's related to Sagittarius. This may be indicative to you of your connection, or this just may be that you're at the end of this spiritual journey. Not of the spiritual journey, because you're never really at the end of a spiritual journey, right? You're at the end of a major cycle on this spiritual journey. And you see the phoenix rising from the fire, right? The ashes. And you see this little bird here that's in a cage below. I don't know if you see that there, but that bird is rising into this mighty phoenix. And so that's what I'm getting for you, group number 1. You're in that 10 of Wands. You're reaching the end. You've been carrying these burdens, but you're now reaching the end of this, right? And it's funny because then for the soul trees card, we also got new path emerging. So, things have been burnt off, branches have fallen, things have are ending in order for this new path to emerge on this journey for you, right? And for the mystic moon, you got mute and victim. So, I don't know if this is you or your counterpart. I feel like there's not too much communication going on at this time. There may be some victim consciousness here, because you got that 10 of Wands and you've been carrying that burden for a while. You may be a little bit in victim consciousness and I get it, because I've been through a lot like you, group number 1, in the past few weeks. A lot of tower moments, right? Shifting us and making us realize what we need to focus on in our lives, right? And on this spiritual journey. And you're either being silent to your counterpart about what you've been going through, or you're getting yourself into this victim consciousness, right? But that's why you're here and you came to this channel and you chose pile number 1, because Spirit wants to tell you today that there's a resolve here. You're reaching the end of these hard times, right? And a new path is emerging for you, okay? So, not getting too much communication within the counterparts through this. Again, that you're feeling like victim, but this is all this is doing, and the Spirit is saying, all this is doing is causing you to go within, right? To find that resolve within, to rise like the phoenix, right? And then for the other tarot, and I love this, and you're probably a feminine or you embody the feminine energy, you got divine feminine, you know, you got the Empress card, fertility, again, new path emerging, you know, fertile times are coming, right? The end of the spiritual struggle and coming together, which is the Two of Cups. So how beautiful is that? You've got the Two of Cups, you've got the Empress card. So you can be a masculine watching this. This is a sign that you will be coming together with your feminine. This could be a sign that you are finding union within, whether you are male or female. You have been healing your feminine side, and now you are finding union within. As you know, union within, union without, right? And then you've also got to give your relationship a chance. So work on your partnership. And this can be work on yourself. This can be work on the connection. This can be work on your connection to spirit. Again, everything is an inner and outer journey. What happens within happens without, right? So this is really good. Two of Cups, you know, is a union card. It does say work on your partnership. For some of you, this is that you're coming into physical union with your counterpart, or that you're going to be seeing each other. You're going to be given a chance to work on this partnership, right? And to come together, you know, because you are in this strong Empress energy, right? Or you will be coming into this strong Empress energy after you have risen like the phoenix, right? On this new path that's emerging for you, okay? And then, so as a surrender card, you got surrender comparisons to other people. Keep your eyes trained on yourself. Focus on your own strengths, attractiveness, and power, right? So this is all about coming into your power. And the Empress card is a lot about that as well, okay? It's about embodying the divine feminine. It's about, you know, I know that sometimes when we watch these videos and all these YouTubers talking about coming into union, communication, if you're not having communication at the time, or you haven't in the past few weeks, and you felt separated from this journey, I get that as well with this tree that is like missing a huge branch, right? Like you've been missing this connection, and carrying all this weight. You know, this is your journey. Your soul came here for you, for a purpose, for you and for your counterpart. And we all have our own lessons, and things can change in an instant. So what this is saying is, don't compare yourself with other people. Step into your power, because you do have the power to come together. You know, and it all depends on what vibration you're vibrating at, the person that you're going to be attracting into your experience, right? Or the version of your twin that you're going to be attracting into this experience. So again, surrender comparisons with other people. This is your journey. Know your journey. Know your connection. You are attractive. You are powerful. You are the divine feminine, or you have healed the divine feminine. Again, with the diopside crystal, you may want that. There is a lot of green in these cards, as you can see. And this was a green stone. So, you know, you may have, you know, to work on your heart chakra, do the forgiveness here on this new path emerging. You see this one branch that also has these green leaves that are growing. Like, this is dead, right? This has fallen away. There's no life here, but as you see, there's life commencing here, fertility, right? So just have faith that this journey has brought you to exactly where you need to be. No need to compare yourself to others. You are reaching the end of these difficult times. You're going to rise up out of the fire, a new, transmuted, resurrected version of yourself. Have faith, okay? And then your message from spirit is, dearest you, sometimes it's wonderful to give, but there are times you might find yourself over giving. Now might be a good time to check in and see where you might be cutting off the flow of abundance. Let others give to you, even if you are more comfortable being generous and being the giver, the healer, the rescuer. In the art of living, we sometimes overlook an important skill: receiving gracefully and with gratitude, without diminishing yourself or trying to deny vulnerability or bringing an agenda of equality to it. Receiving is hard for some people, maybe you. You do not need a this for that in your exchange with others. You are doing good in the world. Let the world give back and support you. Then you can give up the old stories that have you convinced you have to do everything alone with no help. Let your well be filled. We all love you so very much. And I'm really resonating with this pile, group number 1. So again, I really feel like you've been purging. You've had some heart activation, some healing. I'm getting Archangel Raphael. You can call on him as well to help you heal, to help you get to the end of this 10 of Wands energy, this victim mentality, this comparison to other people. You are your own person, and you know, part of that divine feminine energy, which really goes well with this card, is being in the allowing, in the state of allowance, in the state of receiving, because you are going to get what you want. You're going to get this beautiful Two of Cups relationship, this new path emerging, this cycle ending, okay? And you're going to see why everything happened the way that it did, right? So try to keep your vibrations high at this time and give yourself and your relationship a chance and allow yourself to receive the good things and believe that you are worthy of the good things that are coming, okay? So group number 1, I hope you enjoyed that message. I definitely resonated with it. So let's see what group number 2 has to say. Let me write down the time here. Okay, so for those of you who chose black tourmaline, if you've been feeling very, if you've been meditating a lot, or not necessarily meditating, but I give the meditation example because when we meditate a lot, sometimes we feel like aloof, right? And so this is a grounding stone, very grounding, almost harsh, right? It's also a protective stone. I keep it on my windowsill in my room because I know that in my dream state, there's a lot of activity. So I like to stay protected. I also just looked at my sunflowers. You may have had some solar plexus activations, healing during this time. Doubt, fear come up. If you are feeling that, if you're feeling psychically attacked or, or you need protection, please do some grounding meditations. Get yourself some black tourmaline, some selenite, some clear quartz, some citrine. These are stones that you don't need to clear or charge even. They are naturally, they clean themselves. So they clear themselves. So just a little channeling there for group number 2. Let's see what the cards say. I did feel like this group felt a little heavy. But we're going to see now what you have. Oh, wow. It's funny because group number 1 got the Empress. Group number 2 got the Emperor. So you, group number 2, since I mentioned group number 1 was healing their feminine, I feel like group number 2 has been healing their masculine energy within and without. Yeah. Very, very much so. Okay. So from, let's start with the tarot. So you got the Queen of Cups. And this is a very reflective energy, someone who's in their feelings, but who's being reflective of their feelings. As you see here, there's the reflective. There's a lot of bubbles here, a lot of possibilities. In this card, the Queen of Cups is holding, I believe it is a flower. If you see here, a flower above the sacred geometry. And then it looks like a baby. I never noticed that before, but there's a baby there. So very nurturing queen. We know the Queen of Cups is very nurturing. She's in tune with her emotions. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio can be your sign, can be your person's sign. But I feel like this is you or this is your person, right? They're reflective about the connection. They want to bring things forward. They want to express the way they feel, but they're kind of internalizing that for now. Okay, but this is coming to an end, and I'll explain why in the material world. That silence, internalized kind of feeling, right? So, for the rest of the tarot, you got the 7 of Wands, which is stand your ground, right? So, again, with that black tourmaline, I feel like spiritually, you feel like you've needed to protect yourself. There's a need to protect your energy. So, please do some clearing meditations. Google it on YouTube or search for it on YouTube. Some clearing meditations where you bring in the light up from above and from below. As you see here, there's a light here. It kind of looks like an eclipse. It's a number 7 card. As you all know, there are some eclipses coming in July. I'm getting that there's some relevance to the movement in your connection here for July, for these eclipse energies, maybe the end of this reflective period and the coming into more awareness, being able to express yourself even more. You see here, he's holding that wand high, right? And there's a need for you to stand in your spiritual strength at this time, right? Because there has been a tower moment or tower moments. There is a need for this connection to be rebuilt from the ground up. As you know, the tower is like crumbling. It's a spiritual shift. And then you have the lead card, which is the Emperor card. So what I'm getting here is, obviously this is a spiritual journey. It's a spiritual connection. There's a need for you to stand your ground in the spiritual, clear your energies daily, I'm getting, okay? Especially when it comes to the solar plexus, because again, I get that eclipse energy. when it comes to the solar plexus and the heart because of the Queen of Cups, okay? And your masculine side. So you're, again, I'm getting that there's not much action in this connection at this time, but there will be. You're rebuilding in order to take action in the future, right? For yourself and for this connection, as within, so without. And again, I say that as well because next to the Queen of Cups, which is this in this deck, it's a reflective card, you got the Tranquility Tree. And I just feel like right now is a time for you to be at peace within, okay? To go within and really feel your feelings, right? Be reflective about your feelings, and communicate that truth to your counterpart when it is the right time, and protect yourself spiritually, okay? It's got the blue and the green again, the heart throat chakra as well. I've been getting a lot of solar plexus chakra. You can even imagine a sunflower in your solar plexus chakra. I'm wearing yellow nails today. All of this is calling my attention with group number 2, so I know that there's relevance there. You may have been feeling doubt, or there's something in the physical that's caused a tower moment that has made you feel unstable in your Emperor energy, right? And because this is what it's calling you to do, it's calling you to step into your power. In order to do that, you have to rebuild from the ground up, especially in the spiritual sense. You need to protect yourself because as spiritual beings, as light beings, we are susceptible to darker energies, and lately they've been around. So just keep that in mind, okay? Clear your energies. You are safe. You are protected. Do the solar plexus work because I'm getting like you really need that. You need to step out of the fear and step into the faith, okay? Group number 2. And then for the Mystic Moon cards, you got conclusion and material world. So again, I'm feeling like in this connection, you know, there hasn't been much communication or much movement, but I feel like that's what this stand your ground, rebuild, lead is about. Like there will be movement forward. The Emperor is all about physical action in the material world. You got the material world card here again. So, you know, the masculine here, masculine energy, whether that be within you or in your connection, you know, there's a conclusion here of a phase, okay, of a phase of this journey, maybe of silence, of, you know, where you can step forward and really communicate, you know, your feelings, right? And it says, as your surrender card, surrender your belief in scarcity. The universe is asking you to open to the infinite nature of abundance. In this way, you can remove blocks in your life and succeed beyond your wildest dreams. Again, with that Emperor card, with the material world card, I feel like, yes, this is a spiritual connection. Yes, you're here for twin flame. And yes, you are the Queen of Cups, or your person is the Queen of Cups. You know, they fill your cup up. But I feel like things have been shaken. Maybe your tranquility has been shaken in the physical world, in the material world, to kind of propel you to get into more stable energy, right? Because you know that twin flames are a very high vibrational connection. And you know, if you come together when you're in low vibes, it's not going to work out. So if you've been in a feeling of scarcity because in the material world something has been lacking, this is why this tower moment has happened for you. To put you back, to step you back into your power, to heal the masculine energy within you. And obviously this will simultaneously heal your masculine energy without in the physical, right? To get to the conclusion of this feeling of scarcity in the material world, this feeling of non-action, and moving forward in your heart space, because you have that reflective after you've really thought about what you want and what propels you forward into a feeling of abundance in the material world. I feel it's gonna, you know, your finances have to do with this connection. If your finances aren't doing well, it's definitely a good time to try to get that in order. Like, instead of focusing on your twin and union at this time, which I feel that it is coming, you got the Emperor and you got stand your ground, which is the 7 of Wands. You got the rebuild card, which is the Tower, and the lead, which is the Emperor. So there is a rebirth, right? There is a falling down and a refoundation, a rebuilding of this connection, right? But it's also calling you to rebuild your masculine within. So whatever issues you may be having in your finances, and I'm surprised that didn't come out as your romance angel card. I feel like there's something related to that here. So, you know, focus on getting your masculine energy in order. Focus on directing your life in a way that brings you happiness and brings you love. Like, really reflect on that, okay? Because doing that and then moving forward in action in that Emperor energy towards what you want and what's meant for you will help bring this connection and this more aligned higher vibrational masculine back into your reality, right? So wow, a lot of information there. And then you've got the soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. You know, and in this deck there isn't a twin flame card, so this is generally it. Like, you know that this connection defies this life. You know that it defies whatever's going on in the 3D. The 3D is illusion. You know, that Seven of Cups energy is really a time to go within and heal yourself, because this connection isn't going anywhere. This connection is yours, you know, and it's forever. It's, you know, this is your soulmate, right? So your message from Spirit is, remember, surrender your belief in scarcity, because if you're staying in lack, you're never going to align to your Emperor within or without. Okay, group number 2. So dearest you, do you ever wonder whether your ideas and inspiration might be coming through your soul rather than generated from your mind alone? We are here to tell you we are always whispering in your ear about your highest good. So group number 2, you may be receiving messages clairaudiently. Listen to them. We are conduits for spirit, letting you know you are a living channel for this awesome co-creative energy. When you're feeling inspired, it means you heard us. Inspiration means spirit is breathing through you. Inspiration needs your human passion to keep it going so you can make a difference in the world. So keep moving on what inspires you. Let yourself be led into new experiences and know that this is why you're on the earth. Your purpose is to discover your spirited nature and to bring forth through your efforts whatever is meant to be. Wondrous miracles have a way of showing up when you let inspiration propel you forward. And that's exactly what I was saying. When you're coming from a place of Queen of Cups from your heart, when you're reflective about what you want and you stand your ground spiritually, whatever tower comes, it's only helping you get back into your power, into that, you know, divine masculine energy that we all have within, right? Don't worry. These hard times, they are coming to a conclusion in the material world. But in order to do that, Spirit is saying to you now to propel forward from your heart and what's calling you, your heart, because that's always going to be an abundant place. Okay, and 222 on the clock, beautiful, right? Coming into balance in partnership, Spirit, you know, physically. You've got this beautiful soulmate card. So this is definitely a possibility for you. But I'm really getting the Spirit wants you to surrender your belief of lack, in scarcity, okay? So that you can bring this forward, because you have all these great energies here. And I know that you've been going through it. Protect your energy, clear it, and surrender. Surrender to the process, because this is all happening for your highest and greatest good, okay? So group number 2, I hope you enjoyed that and you were able to connect to the messages. Group number 3. Write down the time here. So you got selenite. Again, this is a great stone. You don't need to ever clear this stone like with sage or anything. It clears itself. It's beautiful. This is like a small piece. It kind of looks like a mountain, right? Like ascending the mountain. Like you've been going through this spiritual ascent, group number 3. Make sure that you're shielding, that you're protecting your energies. I feel you are. But you know, you see on this one side, it's like straight up, and then on this side it's kind of like rocky. But it's funny because you could only ascend the mountain on that side, right? You can't ascend the mountain on this smooth side. So just take the journey for what it's been, because it's truly propelling your soul forward on a, you know, on a soul level. You are growing, you're clear, spirit is guiding you. You know, the ascent, I'm getting the ascent card from the Akashic Tarot, which is all about, you know, keep going forward. You're almost there. You're ascending. This is an ascension journey, right? So let's see what cards came out for you, group number 3. How funny. Surrender to low self-esteem, and I have sunflowers up there. So again, I spoke about in group number 2, sunflower, solar plexus. You may need some solar plexus healing. Or third eye chakra, because that one came out as well. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So for group number 3, I'm really getting that you're in your head about this connection. You're also a little bit codependent on like physical validation for what's going on in this connection, and you're not really getting it, and that's causing a lot of confusion for you, right? You've got here the 5 of Swords, you've got the Moon card, you've got the codependency card from the Romance Angels, you've got the third eye chakra card, you got surrender to low self-esteem. So you know, spirit is really calling you to work on your third eye, because what you're seeing in the outside is not an accurate depiction of where you are in your journey. Again, you know, with the messages we got in the beginning, you know, this is a mountain. Even though the rocky side would appear to be the harder part to climb, it really is the only part that you can climb, because you can't climb on the smooth side of the mountain unless you have, you know, accurate equipment. And that this is what the journey is about. It's about ascending and stopping at every step and understanding that there is a purpose to each step for your learning, right? And so spirit's really calling you to tap into your third eye, clear your third eye, do third eye meditations, because so that you can connect to your twin and to yourself, your higher self, on a higher level, because that's where you're going to get the truth. Because looking within the 3D at this time for validation is not serving you. And how do I know this? I know this because you've got the moon card and you've got the 5 of swords, right? 5 of swords is, you know, a battle of ego, really. Battle of ego. And, you know, this is a connection of the heart. You know, you have to understand that win or lose, whether you come into the physical in the 3D, that's not the point of this journey. The point of this journey is to find union within, is to become a balanced, ascended, more connected person who realizes that this is a 3D illusion and that there is a greater purpose to everything, and then using that to your advantage, right? And again, this surrender to low self-esteem also has to do with the solar plexus chakra. You deserve success, love, and abundance. Set an intention to identify and release any remnants of low self-esteem. Yeah, like you don't need to force anything. Like no one's, you know, you don't need to go the extra. You don't need to go be extra in order for someone to love you. They're gonna love you because you're great, because you're awesome, because you are love, you are abundance. Okay. And so whatever ego battle you're going through at the physical, it's now a time to surrender to low self-esteem. Surrender to the illusion. Go within. You know, this is the moon card. The moons are affecting you. The moons are bringing you truth through the purging, through the triggers, through the ascended masters. You know, that this is your journey, right? And it's leading you to your higher truth. And you just have to see triggers and whatever is happening in the outside in that way, so that you can transform, so that you can, because there are a lot of cards here about transformation, and I'll get to them now. Okay, a need to go within and find the truth within, not without. That's why you got that third eye chakra and the 5 of swords. Okay. So for the romance angels, you got codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. So this could be an actual addiction. This could be a codependency on a person, on a relationship. This could be codependent relationships that may be a block to your twin flame union, whether you're married or they're married or whatever the case may be. But what I'm really getting more so than anything, the addiction can also be, you know, like a karmic cycle. Like, for example, you know, beating yourself up, self-sabotage. It could be, you know, not self-sabotage, but more so, yeah, you know, that low self-esteem, that those codependent behaviors, like overthinking, right? Like being in your head and being in your ego. I think that's what this is really saying. Like there's a time, this is a time to release those codependent behaviors, okay? Because they are affecting your life, because true love and this twin flame connection is not about attachment, okay? It's about unconditional love. Okay, and that means releasing whatever it looks like in the physical. Win or lose, you understand the love of this, the love within and the love without. And that's what this, I feel like you may be new to this journey, or maybe you're new to the healing part of this journey, because this is a very common in the beginning. Although it could be common too if you just went into separation, because you kind of feel like that codependency on your twin, like you miss them, like the physical aspect of the relationship. But here I'm getting, I do feel like that very new energy of, you know, the journey. Maybe not, who knows. But again, if you just went into separation, or if you're new to this healing part of the journey, right? This is saying addictions are affecting your romantic life. There's a need to surrender. That mental chatter I'm getting for you. And then it says, stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Again, that's why I was saying I don't really feel like this is an actual addiction, although it may be if you're masking your sadness with a physical addiction. But for me, with surrender to low self-esteem and this 5 of swords, right, and this third eye chakra, it's more about you not you not being very positive. And it may have to do with the moon, because the moon does bring up sometimes negative energies in order for us to purge. And that's okay. And this is just part of your process. No judging, right? But what Spirit is saying here is that surrender your low self-esteem, because you're amazing. You're a divine being. You're a light being. Like, you came here with a purpose. And if you really tune into who you are on a greater scale, if you really go within, you're going to understand this journey way more. And it's calling you to do that. And it's causing you to surrender these outdated beliefs, surrender this low self-esteem, surrender the ego, surrender this codependency, this negative mental chatter, and be strong. Okay? Because this may be a dark time, but it's calling you to be strong, calling on your strength. And I feel that you are a strong person, you know, and maybe this moon energy and this relationship is kind of like shaking you a little bit. I just saw 333 on the clock. So call on your ascended masters, okay? Forgive yourself for whatever has happened or whatever's been done, and just stand in your strength, okay? I'm getting that strength card energy from the tarot, right? Go within, okay? Introspection, third eye chakra, focus on the bigger picture here, okay? Because there is a metamorphosis occurring in this connection, and you are very much admired by Spirit, okay? You see her looking up. You see the butterflies here too. Spirit is saying, yeah, I see you going through this battle, but I love you anyway. That's why I'm telling you to surrender your low self-esteem, because I know how great you are, okay? And this journey is calling you to transform into this beautiful butterfly. Butterfly in both of these cards, okay? You are transforming, okay? There is that death and rebirth energy here. The death of the ego, the rebirth of consciousness, okay? That's why I said I felt like you were in the beginning of this healing journey, of this ascension journey. Be strong. You have it in you, because you are transforming in spirit, and your divine counterpart admire you. Admire the metamorphosis that you are going through. And look, the full moon again. So I really, you got the moon card and you see the full moon here. Maybe the full moon in Gemini will be significant for you. This is a time to purge all that negative stuff that's been going on in your head, all that ego-related energy, and really focus on that, your divine feminine aspect, okay? And your third, and and focus on that introspection and that connection to spirit, because you are so admired, and they want you to feel that. They want you to feel like this. They want you to be in surrender. They want you to be dancing. They want you to be happy. Both your higher self, your twin's higher self, and spirit are saying you are going through a transformation. They are going through a transformation. Be strong. Don't worry about what's happening in the physical. Stay optimistic about your love life, because this metamorphosis is happening for you, group number 3. So last message from Spirit. Dear you, what is true for you? Can you be impeccable with your word? Sure you can. As long as it's not used to manipulate others, the truth can set everyone free. Let go of the results. Let go of your fears and allow the truth to empower you and others. This will set into motion a kind of change that will be supportive of you. Again, same message over and over again, right? It's your mind that's steering you wrong, but everyone, your higher self, your twin's higher self, source, they're all proud of you, okay? So this will set into motion a kind of change that will be supportive of you and loving and all kinds of prosperous. This is not a time to compromise and hide your truth from others. Whether it is whatever it is you want, go for it and be clear in your motives, especially with yourself. You will be so happy you did. This is a time where you will tap into the power to co-create and manifest your best life. Doesn't that feel amazing? And the results, miraculous. When you tell the truth and ask the same of others, you can learn a lot from life's bountiful lessons and achieve your dreams. Love you always, right? So Spirit again is saying he's so proud of you. Spirit loves you. You're supported by the angelic realms, by the spiritual realms. You are transforming, and you're just going through a bit of an ego dissolution, but that's okay, because you have the power to co-create with Spirit, and you can change that at any time. So group number 3, selenite might be good for you to transmute some of those lower moon energies. The full moon will be important for you. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please like and subscribe and share. I'm always glad to hear that when the messages resonate with you guys. So sending all the twins and all the divine counterparts love and light in this next week. See you soon. Talk to you soon. Take care.